Hello, Simon Bucknall here in the heart of Athens, in the Acropolis to be precise, right by the Parthenon. The Acropolis being one of the great sites of the Western civilization, at least as far as the ancient world is concerned, and the Parthenon sits at the very crest of the rocky outcrop, right in the centre of the city. It's visible from pretty much anywhere in Athens. What's interesting about the Parthenon, it was completed I think in the 5th century before Christ, so what's that, a good 2,500 years ago, is that even then architects had figured out the importance of creating a visual effect. And so it turns out that the Parthenon pillars, which you can see behind me, are not entirely straight, and in fact they're also thicker at the base than they are at the top. And what that does from a distance is create the illusion, the optical illusion of the pillars of this Doric temple being straight when in fact it's not. And it struck me looking at this, as I always do, links and linkages between things I see and the world of communication. There is a parallel, believe it or not, because one of the challenges when engaging with large audiences is to achieve the, if you like, the illusion of it feeling conversational, even though you might have one speaker engaging with perhaps 500 or maybe even 1,000 people. Working with clients over the years, we've had a lot of discussion about how best to achieve that. And what I've found is that in order to create the impression for the audience that a speech or a speaker is engaging with them in a relaxed, natural, conversational way, that does involve some conscious skill on the part of the actual speaker. They will need to speak a little louder than feels comfortable, a little slower than feels natural, to use sentences that are a little shorter. But as a result, it feels natural to the audience. You can't literally step up and talk as if you were having a conversation in front of 1,000 people, because if you do, you'll tend to speak too quickly. And as a result, for people sitting on row 50, it'll be lost. So it's one of the peculiarities with speaking is that what you need to actually achieve or do from a delivery point of view and from a structural point of view with a speech can feel a bit odd, it can feel a bit off kilter, just as those pillars are off kilter, tipping slightly in I think, and certainly as I say they're on foundations which are not entirely flat, but as a result of that it gives the impression of a temple that is completely straight. Now of course the ancient Greeks were no strangers to the importance of communication either, and more on that in a subsequent video from here in the Acropolis. I have to say it is an extraordinary place, even if there are gazillions of tourists, also known as people like me. Speak well, speak soon.